Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's vlog. My name is Adam, and today we're talking vegan. We're talking Oscars, and my hair is a wreck. So, what am I doing today? Other than this, I'll be going to work later on. It's a long day because we got a staff meeting, and so I'll be there till 8:30 at night. The staff meeting starts, and then the actual work thing. So, vegan foods. If you're coming in for the first time, this is a vlog I've been doing for a whole year. You're right, Victoria. And I've been doing this for a whole year, and we're coming up to 265 videos, which means there's 100 after that to go. And for that 100, I've decided it's a decision that my girlfriend, it's kind of like off the back of my girlfriend. She's going vegan, so I'm gonna go vegan. And so we can chart by the end of that 100, when we hit 365 videos, what will life have been like as a vegan? What will I look like as a vegan? What will I act like? What will my physical body like? We've been charting certain things like my weight, my activities, how much sleep I've been getting, the type of person I am so far as a meat eater, and I still am eating meat. In fact, on the 16th, we're going to have a big pig out of meat and dairy before we go vegan on the 17th. And then, be able to compare all this to, as I say, what it's like as a vegan. What am I like in my character, my height, my weight, my weight and everything else. So, today we're looking at the foods, though. We're looking at, what am I allowed to eat and what am I not allowed to eat? So I've printed off a list here. I'm not going to read out every single one. This is the ultimate healthy vegan grocery list. So when we go shopping, me and the missus, we can go, right, well, we buy this, we buy that, we buy this. Now, there's some alternatives to dairy on here, which I will read out because they're quite interesting. You've got almond milk, cashew milk, coconut yogurt, hemp milk, oat milk, rice milk, soy yogurt, tofu, and vegan cheese. Now, for me, that's for me what I think the main thing that I'm going to be looking for is, obviously you've got your veg, that's vegan, that's great. And you've got your whole grains, you've got your seeds, you've got your fruits, they're all vegan, that's all very well and fine. But it's like, well, what about like a cottage pie? I like a shepherd's and a cottage pie, which is either cooked with lamb or beef, depending on which one you're eating. So it's like, I'm never going to be able to eat that again, or am I? So I've gone online and I've looked up meat alternatives. Now, there's a couple of websites that I could order food from. The Meatless Farm is one of them. They do a really nice minced meat by the looks of it, and they do burgers and sausages, and it's all plant-based meat, as it were. Plant-based. It's not meat, is it? Plant-based products. And it's, no meat. And there's also another one called musclefood.com, which do alternatives like chocolate. It's all vegan chocolate. There's also loads of other like sweets and treats that don't contain the stuff that vegans eat, don't eat and stuff like that. And then, of course, you got your vegan books, which I know the missus has a few, and I've been looking up loads of vegan recipes. So for me, it's more about finding alternate ways to cook the meals that I like, because I don't want to have to compromise what I like. Okay, steak. Never going to be able to have a beef steak, except for my birthday or in between Christmas and New Year. That's the only time I'll eat steak. But other than that, I won't get that taste of a steak. Oh, fancy a steak tonight? No. No. And I will never have like a bloody corn steak substitute, because for me, I'm set on the fence. If you want to eat meat, if you want the taste of meat, right, then just eat it, right? If you're giving up meat for a reason, what is the point in then going to find a soya or a corn substitute that's like trying to look like a steak, that's trying to taste like beef, but it ain't. It's completely done in flavors. And it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I would rather have a bean burger, right, than a beef burger, okay? Or I'd rather try and have a bean burger than a burger that's trying to be beef in the taste and the look, but it ain't. It's like soya beef or corn beef. And it's like, no, I'd rather just go have a bean burger. or something that's completely not trying to be beef. Although on this website that I mentioned before, the Meatless Farm, their mincemeat that they have, it says plant protein based mince, so it does look like it's trying to be beef, and I would use it in a cottage pie. But I don't know if the taste is trying to be. That's what I'm trying to get at, is the taste. Don't try and taste like a beef when you're not. Taste like something else. Like me and the missus had these tacos the other night, and they were vegan tacos, right? Now the mince, the I don't know what it kind of was. It was like pulled pork in the texture of it. It was very strange to look at. It didn't taste like beef. It wasn't trying to taste like beef. It didn't really taste like have a big flavor to it. It had onion and it had the spice packet, but other than that, it didn't distinctively taste of anything. But you say it did have that flavoring of the taco kit in it, so I tasted that more than anything, and that's fine. That's not like flavored for beef. I'd never do that. I wouldn't go for beef flavored this and that, because it's like, well, if you want the flavor, just go eat the actual product. I would rather have an alternate or a substitute rather than a product that's trying to be something. Anyway, that's what I'm getting at. So for me, it's like, I like cottage pie. How can I substitute the stuff in there that isn't vegan for the vegan stuff, so I can still eat the foods I like, as well as be introduced to new recipes and new foods that I haven't yet tried because they're specifically for vegan. So that's basically what I feel like I'm going to do moving forward. Me and the missus have got to sit down, because obviously shopping lists, like making a shopping list in the future. You're right, Chai Tani. How tall am I? 5'9". I am. I'm 5'9". So moving forward, doing a shopping list. I mean, it's just going to be eating more veg, isn't it, really? More veg-based meals, so stuff like a nice steak, I can't eat that anymore. I can't eat mincemeat, and anything else. So, but at the end of the day, I've had them tacos, and they tasted like I would be happy to eat that for the rest of my life. It was flavored meal. You're 6'9", mate. My gosh, I'm a hobbit compared, mate. You're Gandalf. Right, so that's the vegan stuff. So I mean, it's a big change moving forward. So on the 16th, guys, like tomorrow, there's I don't even know what today's like. What's tomorrow's thing for this? I've got it all written down, sort of what we're doing. So tomorrow, right, a self-assessment of my moods, right? You're 18 and you're 6'9". You're still growing, mate. You're going to be like a Wookiee. I've stopped growing. I'm 42, mate. So tomorrow, it's a self-assessment of my moods. What type of person have I been as a meat eater? Oh, actually, I've just remembered something. My mom, one thing I was meaning to talk about today as well, which I'll do tomorrow because I completely forgot, is that Mom had sent me a list of meals that I had eaten as a child growing up, and a sort of average one as well. And also, what sort of meals have I eaten in my teens and in my 20s and 30s as an adult, being in charge of myself. I'll talk about that tomorrow, all tied in with this type of person who I am as a meat eater. And then we'll do it again as a vegan, and we'll see a difference, hopefully, or compare the results. But moving off this topic now and going on to the Oscars, I've got all the nominations for the Oscars here, and me and the missus are sitting down now to. I mean, there's loads of films on here I haven't seen. Pain and Glory with Antonio Banderas. It's a foreign film. I'm not sure if I like. I don't know. I'm not really into watching subtitled films. That's just me. I don't like to be distracted by the subtitles at the bottom, and you do get, even though you get used to it, but it's still distracting you from their performance, which is why I don't like watching, subtitled films. There's a film, The Two Popes, on Netflix. I'm looking forward to watching that. Jonathan Pryce, Anthony Hopkins. There's a lot of these films in these categories that I've already seen. But there's a few that I haven't, like Harriet, or... in fact, there's one film on here which isn't mentioned at all, and I'm a bit confused about because it's already been released, which means it should be up for having a nomination, but it hasn't had one single nomination at all. In fact, let me just double check just to make sure I got my facts right there. But I haven't seen this film in any category, and it's already been out in America, and it's I think it's coming out in the UK soon, but it's before that cutoff for the Oscars date. So it's like, it should really have had a nomination because it's a film that's trying to go for an Oscar. It really is. But just flicking through, yeah, there's not one. And it's Motherless Brooklyn. That film by, what's his name? Edward Norton. And yeah, not one single nomination for that film whatsoever. So I'm not sure if, like, yeah, I'm not sure if that's something that's going to happen on the next Oscars, like next year. But it's already been released, so it should have had, you know, I don't know. I guess it hasn't been. I don't know if it's been snubbed or something, but that's a bit weird. So anyway, I'm going to quickly go through actor, actress, best film, and director, okay? And then what I'm going to do in a couple of weeks' time is actually put my predictions for what I feel, you know, what I would like to see win. So you got actor in a leading role, Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory. That's a film I won't see because it's a foreign film, I'm afraid. Subtitles again. Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've seen that film. That performance is good. I would say his Revenant performance was better, which is what he got an Oscar for. But that Leonardo DiCaprio, he gives it his all again. I mean, he gives it his all in every film. He should get an Oscar in every film he's in. Adam Driver, Marriage Story. Now that's where the Oscar goes to, I feel. That's a brilliant performance, brilliant film. Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Great performance, but I don't think the Academy is going to back the Joker film. You know, a film that spreads chaos. I don't really think they're going to, I don't know. Maybe he will, but who knows. And Jonathan Pryce with The Two Popes. I haven't seen that yet. So looking forward to seeing that one, though. That's supposed to be a really good film. Then you've got Best Actress. So we've got, and forgive me if I mispronounce these names, Cynthia Erivo, Harriet. It's a film I haven't seen yet, but I will be seeing soon. Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, she gives a stellar performance. Like, I would give her an Oscar for her performance. She gave it, I mean, better than her Black Widow role in any Avengers film, or all of the Avengers film put together. Seriously, it's like, that is acting your butt off in that film. Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. I saw Little Women the other night. It's a total chick flick. It's guys are like, what? Girls are like, yeah. I don't even know who that was in that film. So, but all of the actresses in Little Women, every person in that film performs their butt off, is really good in terms of the acting. So Charlize Theron for Bombshell. Haven't seen Bombshell yet. Gonna be watching it soon, probably in the next couple of days. And Renee Zellweger for Judy. Oh, Judy, man, I forgot to put that in the folder. That's one film I haven't seen yet, and I want to see it. It's I do like Renee Zellweger. So, director, best director, right? There's only 5 nominations here, and you got Martin Scorsese for The Irishman. That's a good film, great directing, especially when you're creating younger looking people without using tracking markers on their face, or without creating the green screen, or without having to use technology on the set. He basically just filmed them and then they did all that CGI stuff after the fact. Whereas in Marvel films, in any other film where there's de-aging technology, actors have got dots all over their face for tracking performance and stuff like that, and then that's put into the camera and then they change it. He was like, don't want any of that stuff. Get rid of that crap. I'm doing it this way. I'm not doing it the Marvel way. So to be honest, hats off for doing that. He did it successfully because they do look younger. Todd Phillips for Joker. Sam Mendes for 1917. I feel that that's probably who will win it because like he's like, I'm doing it all in one take. Obviously there's hidden cuts in there, but it's like it's a concept type of film. It's and he's really sort of digging the Oscar there by going, it's the grandfather's tales as well, based on a war. It's a war film, so it's ticking all these boxes. So he might win it. Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, that I loved that film, and I think it didn't get the praise it deserves. It's a Hollywood tribute film, really. It's a tribute to all those 40s, 50s, and 60s films, you know, or even going back as far as the 20s. And Quentin like has put this jigsaw together with all these great actors and actresses. Everybody gives a great performance, and then it's got some real shocking scenes in it. But I don't feel he's going to get the praise he deserves on that one. And then, and again, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. I haven't seen Parasite. Me and the missus might watch that, even though it's a subtitle film. I'm probably like not going to be that thrilled or jazzed about. I'm not that bothered about watching it, to be honest. But I want to see what the fuss is about, because Parasite features in a lot of categories. Obviously international feature film, but it's got loads of other nominations. Right, so best film, here we go. This is it. Best picture. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nominated films. Man, that's like everybody wants best picture. Right, so we've got nominees: Ford versus Ferrari, or Le Mans 66 in the European market. Haven't seen that yet. Everyone says it's good. The Irishman, seen that in 2 or 3 sittings. Jojo Rabbit, haven't seen that, but it looks really good. Joker, great film. Little Women, okay film, well made film, sorry. Marriage Story, excellent film. 1917, haven't seen that yet, but I'm sure it will be amazing. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, great film. And Parasite. See, now, I don't know, man. It's like Parasite. Should that really be in? I mean, I'd hate to be. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm against anybody winning an award here, but if that Parasite film is in for best international feature film, does it again get another stab at best film? Because what's the point of having best international feature film category if you just allow them in the best picture category as well anyway? It's like, why not just put them all in best picture category, you know? I don't know, it's like, it's confusing. It's the Oscars, the way they're doing it, it's so confusing. I mean, do you know what? I can't remember when the Oscars ever used to be on, like, previous to, like, 3 years ago. But for the past 3 years, like, it's always been sort of February. Actually, tell a lie. Yeah, no, February. You're a boy? Well done, mate. Well done. It's always been February. Ever since, like, even, like, the year my son was born, I was watching the Oscars. And he's he's like coming up to being 7 years old now. So it's like, or is he 8? I can't remember. One of the two. Anyway, what I'm saying is, for the past like 7-8 years, it's always been in February, as far as I remember. But a lot of people are going, well, actually, it used to be in April or May. Did it? I don't know. When crazy people go to the forest, they take their psychopath. Mate, that's a great joke, but I ain't got a clue what that's got to do with anything. But I thank you for that. I like that. When crazy people go to the forest, they take their psychopath. I like that. Yeah, so a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's supposed to be in May, but so it's being pushed earlier, which means, I don't know. I don't remember it ever really being in April or May myself, but then again, I haven't really tracked it in my mind, you know, to remember or anything like that. Anyway, what I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks, because it's not till the 8th or 9th of February, the Oscars. So, I mean, I always watch it here. And I might even stream it on Twitch if I'm allowed to, live. If not, then I'll watch it after the fact, like on Monday or Tuesday, and try and avoid social media. But I'm gonna give my like the beginning of here we go. Here's another one. When blind people hear yawning, they scream like what? When blind people hear yawning, I suppose, right? Okay. I'm gonna give my predictions late January, early February, like the last couple of days January, first couple of days in February. I'm gonna give my predictions for what I feel would win or for what I would want to win, which are two different things, to be honest. So I'm gonna have to do my predictions and the predictions, I think, because thing is, right, everyone's got to remember this, right? The Oscars has got like an agenda, has got like a protocol to follow, that the people choosing the films don't just like, they can choose what they want, but there is a protocol to follow as well. Mate, I'm not even going to read that out, okay? So it's like, it's, yeah. Just like, because there were a few things that I didn't get, like Eddie Murphy for Dolomite, man. How come, where was that for like best performance? Like that was a great film, Dolomite. And in fact, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Dolomite was in there for hairstyle and stuff like that. But his performance was stellar. Wesley Snipes, best supporting role. Where's that? It's like, make sure he's not actually in there. Yeah, he's not. So it's like, where, I don't understand what, you know. I think it's more because of the person rather than the the performance, you know. You can't give, like, if he won that, imagine if Eddie Murphy, a guy who has been notorious from the 80s of having a bit of a gob, and if you see his stand-up, it's like, whoa. And Dolomite, the guy who's known for his mouth, and if that won as Best Actor, I mean, I think the Oscar people think, the people at the Academy Awards go, what message are we sending to the public if we're saying he is like the #1 performance? We'll have people acting like that. Like if Joker wins, I don't think Joker will win because they're more afraid of what people will think than, look at this, message retracted, mate, whatever. I think they're more afraid of what people will think than mate, if your message is getting retracted, do you know what I mean? It's for a reason. Stop posting it, okay? I think they're more afraid of what will happen if like they're perceived as, oh, we'll give the if Joaquin Phoenix really won the Oscar for Best Actor, right, which he gave a great performance, right, and they're going to be thinking, well, what are the public going to take this as? It's okay to cause anarchy, and it's, you know, he's more like a hero, which in that film he is posed as the hero, but he's an anti-hero because he's actually causing chaos. Going around killing people, man, and shooting the host of a TV show and ending up in a thingy, and it's like, he's not going to win Best Actor. I tell you that now, okay? Because the Oscars, I feel, has a protocol to follow. They have a responsibility they see, and they're trying to promote Hollywood and, you know, good, rather than sort of promoting bad, you know? That's why, like, films of certain cultures win, because they want that audience to come in and watch the Oscars, you know? Yeah, anyway, I'm not getting on a rant here. And dude, like, this chanty bloke here who's typing all sorts of crap, you know, your brother typed it, mate, just own up to it, honestly. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I'm finished. I'm done. Tomorrow, as I say, I'm going to go through the types of meals that I used to eat as a kid, and I'll talk about the type of kid I was growing up into as an adult, type of personality I was, and then, you know, at the end of these vlogs, you can see again what type of person I am, and, you know, who knows, see if we can compare a difference. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I got to shoot now. This is 25-minute vlog. It's supposed to be like 9 minutes. Trying to pack it all in. Here we go. He's on it again. I look like an Indian actor, mate. I get that all the time, honestly. We're twins, we are. Anyway, take care. See you guys. Bye.